Jeremiah chapter 50 and verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together, and all that took them held them captive, held them fast, Salakia, and all that took them captives held them fast, they refused to let them go. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rakakadash, for blessing me with the spirit to do this lesson. So I know everybody knows about this thing that took place in Wisconsin, where you had this Northern Kingdom Jake get shot 3 times in the back of the head by a devil, because they said that, he pulled out a knife, he tried to cut somebody, he tried to take the officer's gun or whatever, and you're going to see how they're going to pretty much put Jake out there like it was a good deed that these cops did because this dude was a nuisance, like he was a menace to society, right? When the biggest menace to society is you devils, man. You Edomites, and none of y'all get taken out like that in the hands of law enforcement. The whole world is seeing that law enforcement is only out here to put so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans to death. That's the only reason that they're out here, man. To beat the hell out of them and to put them to death. They're not here to protect and serve, right? Serve the interests of the rich and are used as the slave patrol, man, to make sure that Jake stay in line, right? But this devil, man, he's always had this hatred and his eagerness to put you to death. He's doing it and his system is doing it, man, right? This is Genesis chapter 27, verse 41. Then we're going to play it. It says, and Esau hated Jacob. Esau is the biblical name of the so-called white race. Jacob is the biblical name for the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans, the Israelites, right? It said, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. And he's been slaying Jacob ever since, man. This was in the beginning, during the time of our forefather Isaac, man. All right, Esau had this in his mind that he was going to put to death Jacob. And this is who you see putting Jacob to death on a daily basis, man. Right? It's always a so-called white cop that's putting a so-called black or Latino man to death, man. It don't be Chinese cops like that. It don't be Arab cops like that, East Indian cops like that. It's always the so-called white cops, man. Always, man. 95% of the time. So that's showing you who Esau is, man. So let's play it, man. Because soon tables are going to turn. Yahweh Shem Al willing to elect be edified. Check it out.
New video capturing the deadly confrontation between Madison, Wisconsin police and Corey Ruiz. Captured on camera in Madison, Wisconsin. A police officer fatally shooting the 38-year-old who investigators say was armed with a knife.
This is an open and active homicide investigation right now.
The scene sparking outrage even at a press conference with city leaders late today. Multiple videos capturing the incident from different angles. The scuffle appearing to begin here when police say Ruiz falls or is taken off his bike by an officer. Authorities were responding to a report of an individual checking car doors Wednesday afternoon, they say, when the man initially fled. Watch as police appear to struggle with him. They say Ruiz pulled out a knife and injured one officer. Authorities say a taser was deployed, but it was not successful. Then 3 shots are heard.
The officer who sustained injuries from the knife was the same officer that fired the shots.
Public records show Ruiz had at least 40 criminal convictions, including...
So this is the Northern Kingdom, Jake. Could be either, maybe You know, it's up in the air. He could be Simeon, so-called Dominican, or he can be Ecuadorian or something like that, man. But the point is, man, this is what our people go through in this country. And the whole world is seeing it, man. The whole world is seeing it.
Several for resisting or obstructing law enforcement.
You should not lose your life as a result of an encounter with law enforcement.
The shooting leading to a night of demonstrations. Protesters here interrupting an outdoor concert at the state capitol. Jasmine Brown says she knew Ruiz personally.
You've known him for 20 years. What was lost in that shooting?
I mean, a father, a son, a friend, a loved one, and he's gone.
Thinness of trust in the city right now did not start.
Well, we can shut this down. You can stop talking because we don't want to hear anything you've been saying. You're going to say the same thing you all say every time a black body gets shot down in this city. We don't want any of that talk. You've given us this speech with "you'll deliver justice." Oh, we've seen the cameras. We've seen it was a knife in this young man's hand. We don't want to hear that today. We didn't want to hear it when they put their neck on George Floyd's neck. We don't their foot on George Floyd's neck, and we don't want to hear it today. What do you have to say about that?
No.
Oh, you don't get to talk, I said.
Right.
Go ahead.
Enough is enough.
I'll step aside.
That's right. Oh, give me this microphone then. Excuse me. That's right. My name is Carlos Johnson. I represent APTAP, all power to all people, zero power to Zionists, zero power to capitalists, zero power to colonialism. What you are doing right now in this city is continuing the disgusting nature of colonialism, the disgusting nature of imperialism. Look up the definition of imperialism. It's
And you know, you got a lot of Jakes fired up, man. You know, and all Esau doing is sooner or later gonna bring the tribes together, man. It ultimately is gonna be the Lord that's going to put the tribes on one accord and to know that they are the same people, man. Right? The so-called Negro, Latino, and Native Americans. Because at the same time, across the board, you got so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans crying out on how they're being mistreated and how this devil is getting a hand on them, man. Right? This devil is getting a hand on them. So, yeah, this is what it is. And sooner or later, it's going to go down. It's going to go down, man. This is 2 Kings chapter 21, verse 12. It says, "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, power of Israel, behold, I am bringing such evil upon Jerusalem and Judah." And the Lord brought this on us, man. The Lord put this evil on us. The Lord put us in this oppressive state, this afflicting state, man. Right? It says, "And I will wipe Jerusalem as a man wipeth a dish, wiping it and turneth it upside down. And I will forsake the remnant of mine inheritance and deliver them into the hand of their enemies. And they shall become a prey," right? "They shall become a prey and a spoil to all their enemies." And that's what you see happening. This is what you see happening, man. Right? We're in the hand of our enemies, being a prey and a spoil. The Lord said that, man. The Lord put us in it. You know, but it's a recompense for this. And these devils gonna pay, man, double.
all within the policies, which means when these police officers come down on the street and they decide that they want to take the life of another brown body, there is no oversight for that. That's imperialism, ladies and gentlemen. This man signed up to be an enforcer of imperialism. Is there anybody else want to say anything? It doesn't matter what, okay, the people want to talk. Come up here, the people want to talk. The people want to talk. Come up here. This is our press conference. And I put my lips all over this microphone.
I would like to hear what the police chief has to finish saying, And I want you to also be a part of that conversation because this is an opportunity for us to have a conversation.
And who's speaking, man? It sounds like the so-called black woman is speaking, man. She wants to hear what the police chief, the police chief gonna say the same goddamn thing he always say, man. It's under investigation. We're still looking at the body cam footage. And that's all he gonna say, man. But you got the so-called black woman who loves this country that wants to continue to help oppress the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American man, right? Chiefly the so-called Negro man, the Israelite man, right? Not all our women, but the majority of our women are down with this system, man. She want to hear what he got to say. Get the hell out of here, man. This is what it is, man. Psalms 10 and verse 8. It says, I'm going to start at 7. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit, man. These devils, this is all they do. They use deceit, right? And fraud. They're a bunch of liars. It says, his mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud. Under his tongue is mischief and vanity, man. It's pretty much not useful, man. It's vanity, man. It's trash. Verse 8. He sitteth in the lurking places of the villages. In the secret places doth he murder the innocent. His eyes are privately set against the poor, man. And who's the poor? The Israelites. This devil, he looks to each and every day get up to put a so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American to death. This is why he joined the force. This is why he joined the force, man. Right? He didn't join the force to make the country better. He joined the force to put a so-called Negro, Latino, Native American to death. And he gonna have to pay for that, man. And our people as well who joined this system that want to oppress, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they're gonna have to pay for it too. Lamentations 4 and verse 18, it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Everywhere you turn around, man, in every hood, man, which you do need these devils in summer because Jake is just out of control, but they never seem to get Jake that's really doing the crime. They tend to mess with Jake just for walking up the street, just for riding a bike, just for sitting in his car, right? Just for eating ice cream, on his couch. Right? These devils, this is who they want. These devils, man, they just bloodthirsty. It says, Lamentation 4:18 again, it says, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets. Right? Our end is near, our days are fulfilled, for our end is come, man. Because we at the end of our captivity. And soon the tables are gonna turn, man. The tables are going to turn. So I got one more. We're going to shut it down.
So what you're doing is you coddling up to imperialism, brother. There will be no coddling to imperialism.
Wow, that was a so-called black man, right? Salakia for that. Salakia, but then again, not. Because you do got these raccoon Negroes, so-called men and women that love this place, man. That's down with this place and what it's doing to their people. Straight raccoons, man.
You don't have a question about what kind of charges are going to be brought by so you are coddling to imperialism. I don't stand for that. I fundamentally reject it, brother. You can get on. If you got some questions about what's going to happen to these pigs that killed that young man because he appeared to be homeless, then let us know. Will there be charged? So that sounds like a song. There will be no investigation.
Jake don't want to hear no raccoon behavior, man. Right? This is my last one, man, because this devil, he gonna pay. And we at the door of him paying, man. He don't even know it. He got problems outside of this country and inside this country, man. You're seeing the fall of Esau Edom. He thinks that he can go around just killing Jake, right? And that's going to stop his judgment. He's sadly mistaken. And we understand that all deaths are from the Lord, all of them. So this Jake, he probably was a wicked Jake, man. Right? He probably was a Latino or Hispanic here in America, man. Right? But the point is putting the spirit on the earth that is waking people up, having people to see clearly what this system does to so-called black and brown people, man. This is Amos 1:11. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever, man. So the Lord said his judgment is set. Esau Edom's judgment is set, man. There's nothing he can do to get out of it. He can't disrupt prophecy. His ass is grass. So, hey, man, I'm going to leave it there. Yahweh Shem Yahushua willing. The elect Zedephah, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. To the next lesson. We'll close out. Shalom. Death to these devils. Death to Babylon the Great.